Hey everybody, Tim here with today's review of Doctor Who story number 156, Battlefield. Probably my favorite episode or story, I guess, for the 7th Doctor so far. But, so I've mentioned before how I like to keep like an ongoing like sidebar of like my favorite stories for each Doctor. But I do not allow myself to do like crossovers. And this is a weird one. Like, I really liked it. But does it count? Like, does the Brigadier count as like a crossover? If the Brigadier wasn't in it, would I still like it? But, oh God, Brigadier Gordon, Alistair Gordon, Lethbridge-Stewart is phenomenal. He's fantastic. I mean, we only see him a couple more times after this. And even then, they're like, are they canon? So it's great to see him again. We didn't see him at all with the 6th Doctor. So it's been a hot minute. And like he's clearly like married now and living the retired life, not even as a teacher. And I love how the new Brigadier is a woman. And when they talk to Stewart and he's like, oh, I bet the new Brigadier is a great chap. And they're like, well, funny story about that. Which it kind of shows you, like, Doctor Who is slowly getting more progressive. Very slowly, but it is getting there. And there's even times in this when the Brig talks to like Ace and stuff, and she's like, how dare you talk to me that way? And it's like, well, that's how he talked to Liz or Joe or Sarah Jane, and that's how he talked to women. And so even he's like, oh God, it's a new time, whatever, just do whatever the fuck you want. So it's kind of a great story to kind of see that contrast. We see Morgane, who I always like, every time they say her name, I'm like, Morgan Le Fay? Because she's a sorceress. So I was like, it makes sense. And then they think the Doctor is Merlin. And see, I like Merlin and like King Arthur and all of that type of mythology. Like there's so many different types of it. So I'm always interested. And like them thinking the Doctor's Merlin, and when Ace pulls out Excalibur and then comes out of the water, stuff like that's great. Seeing Bessie's great. And then when the Brig, like, decides to sacrifice himself, and he just, like, ka-cha! And knocks out the Doctor, I was like, okay. Like, is that something you would have done to the 3rd Doctor? Like, I don't think that is. So, stuff like that's really kind of interesting. I, overall, just thought this was a fun adventure, and I really, really enjoyed it. So, curious what you guys think. We're coming up to the end really quick. So, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for Ghost Light.